Hey guys, Dom likes to eat here, and today we are making crab rangoons. This recipe is so easy. It is semi-affordable and it's not really healthy, but who cares? We're in COVID, we're eating, we're all in quarantine. It's super delicious. It literally reminded me of the crab rangoons that I used to get growing up from the local Chinese restaurant. So it's super easy, but this is vegan, so no animals have to die for it. Um, if you have any questions about the recipe, please ask below. A few disclaimers I will make. If you don't have your own cream cheese, we make it in the video, so don't worry if you don't have access to your own cream cheese. So don't worry if you don't have access to your own cream cheese. Also, if you don't have cashews, I don't know what to tell you. And you can use jackfruit instead of oyster mushrooms. I wish I would have used jackfruit, so maybe I'll do that next time and show you guys how to do it. And do not add as much soy sauce as I did. And remember that cooking is fun, so do not overthink it. And I will see you next week for another recipe. Enjoy! We're going to start with our boiled cashews. I used 1 cup, and I actually messed up here, so you don't want to use 1 cup of milk. I ended up using about 3/4, but start with half and then add more as you need it. But lucky me, I had more cashews, so I was able to thicken it up. But you want to start with less milk and add more as you go along. And then I added some salt and some nutritional yeast, and this is just going to help give the cream cheese more of a liquidy consistency or runnier consistency, because cream cheese can be kind of hard to work with. So that's why this is making your own, and not everyone has access to cream cheese, so you can make your own. Now that that is finished, set that to the side. So we are going to be using oyster mushrooms for our crab replacement. You want to chop those up finely, cook them in some oil, salt, pepper, seaweed flakes, and they'll be ready to go. We're using 2 types of cream cheese, Miyako's and Simple Truth, with some soy sauce and wonton wrappers, vegan ones, some sea salt, garlic, nutritional yeast, and then I show you the consistency of the vegan cream cheese. So I used about 1/4 cup of Miyako's, half a cup of the Simple Truth, and 1/4 cup of the vegan cream cheese that we went ahead and made with the cashews. This made a lot of wontons, so this will be good for a really big party. If not, I would half the recipe if you're making it just for your family, or just eye it if you're making it just for yourself. But you're going to add all of this into a bowl and mix everything around. So here's a little disclaimer about the soy sauce as you guys watch me do the cream cheese. I added a tablespoon of soy sauce. You probably only need 1/4 of a teaspoon to half a teaspoon of soy sauce. This affected the color tremendously. You can just literally see it right here. I don't know why I added this much soy sauce, but I kind of came up with this recipe offhand, or you can just add a few pinches of salt if you don't want to do the soy sauce. And then I added half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of garlic, and I didn't measure out the seasonings. I let my ancestors guide me, so add in some nutritional yeast, some salt, and some pepper, and you'll see me adjust as I go. So once you get here, you want to gently mix everything together. If you feel as though it's not really mixing, then that's why we created the cashew cream cheese. You just want to add more, and it will give it more of a liquidy consistency, and it will be easier to work with. So that's optional, but you'll see me add a little more. So you'll take your wonton wrapper, you'll take some water, you'll dip your fingers. Some people just do the corners, but I do the whole thing. And this serves as your glue. And you just need water. You do not need water and cornstarch, literally just water. And then you're going to take a little dollop. I used about half a teaspoon. And you're going to fold the corners to each other. Don't necessarily seal it. and then you're going to squeeze the sides to make sure it's closed, you know, get all the little air bubbles out. You do want to make sure it's closed and that none of the crab meat or cream cheese is sticking out, because then it's going to kind of fry weird and it's not going to look as pretty. But if you're not into aesthetics, do your thing. And that is how you prepare your Rangoon. Can we just take a moment? My fryer has been through so much, so ignore it. It's about time to get a new one, but you're gonna drop them into the fryer. And I fried in vegetable oil, but you can fry in whatever oil you'll like. And they take honestly about 5 to 6 minutes. And you wanna make sure you flip them and move them around to make sure it all gets crispy, and they should look golden brown like this. Enjoy, see you next week.